last week, and he said he's approaching this year with a kill or be killed mentality. Is that how you're viewing it as well?
100%. You know, coming in, I've built my way up to where I'm at now. My first year, I was a rookie, undrafted free agent. I was practice squad, and then my second, third, and fourth year, I was being able to.
Snowy also said Joe Brady is already bringing a different vibe to the team as a head coach this year. How would you describe him with the team? And how would you describe him with the team with him being in charge?
Which I kind of think helps guys play a little bit more relaxed, and we get to not strain as much and just go out there and free flow. So I'm excited from what he's done in OTAs all the way up to this point.
Alec, how you just described your new head coach is how I would assume you would also describe your quarterback. Josh Allen, he's a quarterback. He's an MVP of this league.
Yeah.
I got to assume, though, it is different blocking for somebody like Josh Allen, who at any time can just take off and make a highlight play. What's those challenges like for you?
I would say it's just like he said, at any moment he can take off. And so it's always in the back of your head. You know, you give him 3-4 seconds. Really, with Josh, he can extend the play to 5 to 8 seconds. And so with that clock in the back of your mind, you really start thinking, all right, I'm 3 seconds into the block. Which way is this guy going to start re-rushing? And so based on that, we do a lot of like scramble drills at practice, because that is another play within the play for us, especially having 17 as quarterback. And so I think the main thing is just not getting the holding call. You got to really be able to get one hand off and push with the other. And so I think it's going to be different in that sense of always having that clock in the back of your head, but it's nothing different than what I've been doing for the past 3 years now.
It's an excellent observation, but honestly, firsthand is so important for us to better understand Josh Allen. Alec, I guess congratulations are in order because you recently celebrated your first anniversary.
Yay!
So first of all,
Yes,
well done
thank you.
on the survival of the first year, or a thrive, if you will.
It was a thrive. It wasn't a survival.
Okay,
It was a great first year.
Good. But there's a picture that we have unearthed on GMFB of a magic moment from your reception.
Hey, that's why she married me. I'm loosening the hips, man. I can get it done.
I was not prepared.
Shirt off. Shirt off.
What is happening?
Shirt off.
I went. So we were. It was at the end of the night, and you know, a couple too many tequila shots, and I went up to the DJ and I said, "Yo, play that Genuine Pony, brother. I need to go out there." And so I put the chair down and I took my wife out, and she was like, "Oh, we have another dance?" I was like, "Yeah, something like that." And she saw the chair and she was like, "Oh no."
Oh my
But
gosh.
it was one of the highlights from the wedding for sure.
Alec, in that picture, you played Genuine Pony.
Right.
It looks like you're the pony. Your wife,
Hey.
like what's? First of all,
Shit.
Go ahead.
She ain't afraid to smack that butt, bro. You know, she's comfortable right there, and so I'm all for it. It was, you know, you got to have fun at the wedding, man.
Let's give her a backstory real quick. What's her name? How'd you guys meet? Let's just make sure that's not the only thing we hear about your wife today.
No, my wife's name is Alicia. We kind of grew up together. Her second oldest sister and my second oldest sister have been best friends since elementary school. And so we kind of just grew up around each other in each other's lives.
Beautiful.
And her brother-in-law actually trained both of us, me for football and wrestling, and then she played soccer up until sadly she had 2 ACL tears, so she had to medically retire. But she was a dog, man. Don't let it get twisted. She was a killer with that left foot. She could paint the corners.
Oh, that's awesome. How cool for her.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Joel.
You and I were both undrafted free agents. So when you got that call from the Bills, seeing that you posted something on social, putting somebody through a table, who is that? How long did it take to convince them to do that?
That's my best friend Dom. He and I have been best friends since we were 4, and it took all of 2 seconds to convince him. It was yeah.
Undertaker style.
I got the call, and we were so excited, and we were like, "What's the Bills Mafia known for?" And my brother-in-law was like, "Oh, they throw people through tables. You got to baptize yourself." I was like, "Well, I'm not going to do that." I was like, "Dom, can you do it?" And he was like, "All right, man, let's do it." So it was a good time. My dad sacrificed one of his long tables, picnic tables. So it was, thank you, Dad.
Well, don't break all of them in Western New York, because I assume you need one to host an O-line.
Buffalo keeps talking about a kill or be killed season. Fine. Then the Bills need defenders who understand exactly what surviving January looks like. Alec Anderson confirmed that Dion Dawkins' message has spread through the building. This team wants to play faster, tougher, and with more confidence under Joe Brady. Anderson says he is ready to dominate. He says Brady is allowing players to relax, show personality, and play free. That energy matters. But when the Bills reach Kansas City, Baltimore, Cincinnati, or Denver, energy alone will not identify the protection, communicate the adjustment, and get 11 defenders aligned before the snap. That is why Bobby Wagner deserves a conversation. Let's be responsible immediately. Buffalo has not signed Bobby Wagner. There is no confirmed Bills visit, contract offer, or negotiation. Wagner entered the offseason as a free agent, and this is a hypothetical football discussion. But the fit is fascinating because Wagner would not be coming to replace Terrell Bernard. Bernard is Buffalo's captain and one of the central pieces of Jim Lenhard's defense. The Bills invested in him for a reason. Wagner would be there to make Bernard's job easier, strengthen the room, and give Lenhard another experienced voice capable of diagnosing an offense before the ball moves. Think about what Buffalo has lacked in some of its most painful playoff moments. Communication, calm under pressure, a defender who sees the formation, understands what the quarterback is trying to create, and gets everybody into the correct position. Wagner has spent his entire career doing exactly that. He is not the same athlete who could erase the entire middle of the field in Seattle. Nobody should pretend he is. At this stage, asking him to chase fast running backs across the formation for 60 snaps would be irresponsible, but that does not mean he cannot help a contender. Buffalo could use him on early downs, short yardage situations, goal line packages, and 4-minute defense. He could play downhill against the run, organize the front, and attack interior gaps when Lenhard brings simulated pressure from somewhere else. Imagine 3rd and 2 against Kansas City. Mahomes walks to the line, changes the protection, and tries to catch Buffalo confused. Wagner recognizes the formation, Bernard adjusts the front, Lenhard brings pressure from an unexpected angle, and Wagner attacks the run lane before it develops. That is not about speed. That is about experience moving faster than the offense. Wagner could also become one of the most valuable teachers inside the building. Bernard is already a leader, but even leaders benefit from another Hall of Fame level football mind in the room. Joe Andreessen and the younger linebackers could learn how Wagner studies tendencies, communicates checks, and prepares for the final moments of games. That is how the move could be done. 1 year, low guaranteed money, incentives tied to games active, snaps, and postseason performance. No promise of an every down starting role. No contract based on his name or career resume. Buffalo would need him to accept a championship role rather than a legacy role. 25 to 35 defensive snaps when the matchup makes sense. More against physical rushing teams, fewer against spread offenses built to isolate linebackers in space. A leadership presence every day. And there is another connection to this cut. Alec Anderson explains that protecting Josh Allen requires offensive linemen to survive a second play inside the original play. Allen can extend a normal 4-second snap into 8 seconds. That puts enormous pressure on the offensive line. The defense needs to return the favor. It needs to create shorter possessions, force punts, win first down. Give Allen the football without making him chase another impossible comeback. Wagner would not solve Buffalo's entire defense. He would not create elite team speed, and he would not fix the pass rush by himself. But he could solve confusion. He could bring control to chaotic moments. The Bills have talent. What they need in January is somebody who has already seen every motion, protection, and attempt to manipulate a defense. If Wagner wants one more legitimate championship run, Buffalo should make the call. Not to replace Bernard, to stand beside him and give Jim Lenhard one more playoff-ready answer. Bills Mafia, would you give Bobby Wagner a low-cost situational role, or would his age make the defense too slow? Tell me in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for more Bills news, rumors, and real Buffalo reactions.